What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And it looked like Dolphins quarterback Tua is currently in some serious hot water after his press conference yesterday. Guys, for this one here, we got to go down to Miami. Let's get it. Let's go. Dolphins has definitely been the topic of discussion in the sports world today. It's for various reasons. One is losing to the circus team, the damn Cleveland Browns. I mean, the Cleveland Browns looked like a Super Bowl worthy team the way they put the beats all over the Miami Dolphins. And then what's even more concerning is Mike McDaniel response and his press conference, which we reported on that yesterday. If you guys have not seen that press conference, I highly recommend you guys go check it out. Now, before we get into what Tua actually said to garner this attention, I want to talk about this article that CBS has just dropped earlier today, pretty much letting us know that the Dolphins are not planning to fire Mike McDaniel, man, following the embarrassing blowout from the Browns, bro. It said the Miami Dolphins fell 1-6 on Sunday following a 31-6 loss, which the world seen that. Now, it went on to say that on Sunday, the Dolphins offense recorded 219 total yards, converted just 1 of 13 third downs, and lost the turnover battle 4-0. Now, Tua became the first quarterback to throw 3 interceptions in 2 straight games since Phillip Rivers did it back in 2019. Now, we're going to skip past what Mike McDaniel, sorry about that. So, Mike McDaniel has gone 29-29 in his first 4 seasons with Miami. He has a 3-15 record versus winning teams and 26-14 records versus teams over 400. He's made the playoffs twice, but failed to win either postseason appearance. The Dolphins are in the mindset of the longest active playoff win drought in the NFL, dating back to 2000. McDaniel isn't expected to be fired this week, but it's clear something has to change with this team. The Dolphins return to action next week versus Atlanta. And the Falcons are sitting at 3-3. Now, another situation that has me kind of scratching my head is Emmanuel Oko. So Emmanuel Oko made this post yesterday talking about Tua, right? Because it's clear as day that the Dolphins has to make a change within the coaching position, definitely at the quarterback position. But in some way, some shape, form, or fashion, the change has to be made. Now, this is what Emmanuel Oko said need to change, and that is Tua, baby. Let's roll the footage.
Dolphins at least got to bench Tua, if not find a way to part ways with Tua. And it's very simple why. If Tua's a cerebral quarterback and that is his strength, how can you keep throwing all these interceptions? You got 7 picks on the season and 8 touchdowns. You're not the runner that Josh Allen is or Lamar Jackson is. Hell, you're not the runner that Justin Fields is. What you are supposed to be is a brilliant savant of a quarterback, Tua, but all you're anticipating now is interceptions. I watched Tua throw a pass down the seam to a middle field safety defense. The one place you cannot throw a football versus a middle field safety defense is to the middle of the field. And Tua threw the ball right down the middle of the field versus a post safety. Easy pick. Even McDaniel with sunglasses in the rain. That didn't make any sense, so that just bothered me too. Even McDaniel was scratching his head. Dolphins at least got to bench Tua, if not find a way to part ways with Tua. And it's very simple why. If Tua's a cerebral.
So that was Emmanuel Oko, man. My bad about that. Now, this is what Tua said. They garnered him a lot of attention. Let's roll it.
In the game, obviously everybody saw what happened. Turnovers, penalties, all the things that make you lose games.
Yep.
Rear their ugly head.
For sure.
Where do you go from here?
I think you hit it on the head. It starts with me. Can't turn the ball over. Got to get the operation going with the guys, regardless of whatever the situation, circumstance may be. We just got to stick together. That's it. That's how we move forward from this.
After a game like this, game like last week, it's easy for everything to go sideways. How do you make sure that doesn't happen? A long way to go. A lot of games still to play.
For sure. I would say it's kind of in a way similar, but not similar to I would say our 21 season when we went 1-7 to start, and then we were able to turn it around and finish off, I believe, 9-8 or something like that. but there's always hope. And you just got to find ways to get the guys to stick together and continue to press forward.
So it felt like throughout the day, you guys were on 3 different pages. Receivers, line, everybody in the backfield. Is that how it felt for yourself?
Yeah, I would say just the execution aspect of it for us, speaking offensively. I think that was a big deal with us within the first half, and then kind of trickled its head in the second half as well. And then that's when the turnovers for me started to show up as well. You can't do that, and you can't expect to win games that way too.
Is that the best defense you faced last season?
I would say they're a really good defense, but I think a lot of it was, we shot ourselves in the foot, hurting ourselves with penalties, going out there, the alignment of things. Do we know where we're supposed to be? Are we on the same page with communication to the receivers? Things of that nature. But they're a really good defense. So I can't give that they are the best defense that I faced or not, but they're a really good defense.
You got the field goal to end the first half, probably collected yourself a little at halftime, then first play of the second half.
Yeah, just made a throw. Maybe it was too high for Vaughn. So I got to make a better throw for him to be able to come down with that.
So a lot of penalties, both sides of the ball, but a lot of pre-snap penalties on the offensive side of the ball. What can you contribute that to?
Well, I think guys want to do good every time they're out there, right? Hear the play, they hear the motion, snap points, things like that. And, I think they're just so antsy with all the motions that we got going when they see a guy moving as well. And that's maybe a guy that they have that they want to make sure that they attach them quickly. So I think it has a lot to do with that.
Another big story when we went to the game was you sharing some of the common things with Dylan Gabriel. Were you guys able to share anything after the game?
Just told them congratulations, wish them the best of luck, things of that nature, but not much after that.
So you guys, just last week, have come back when facing a big deficit. When that happens, what is the catalyst for it? Is it a group of guys who are more vocal, who fired up? Like, is it a big play? Like, what happens that causes this team to snap out of the funk?
I think it starts with the operation, being able to operate quick, knowing where guys are going to be, understanding that aspect of it, and then playing fast from there. I think that's what jump starts that whole deal.
And as for the end of the game where you were pulled, was that a decision that you might kind of agreed on? Was that all his decision and kind of what was the feelings there?
Yeah, that was just Headball's decision. He made that decision. So
Any reason why you can't get the operation mid-season, get anything you can put your finger on?
I think it's tough to just put my finger on one thing when it comes to the operation. We just got to be better with that.
Do you feel like you knew where guys were going to be like games? In that first half, there's some balls where, like the Waddle, I think you run the stop, you go corner. It looked like there was some plays where you were expecting A and got B. I guess did that spill over
To the second half. I would say not as much as it did in the first half. It was more so just the operation of guys going where they need to be, out of the huddle, things like that. And then we're down on the clock, so having to work through that and maneuver that and not waste our timeouts.
Final question.
Well, how do you evaluate yourself and where you're at to get to where you want to be at this point in the season?
Yeah, definitely not happy, not proud of where I'm at with my play, with how I've gone about things this year. I know I got to be a lot better, and I've been better for the Miami Dolphins years past, but this isn't years past. This is this year, right? And just trying to maneuver everything and trying to build a collection of guys to kind of bring along with me, and I got to be able to multitask, if that makes sense, be able to do that. And while doing that, kind of continue to get the whatever it was last year and the years prior for myself to get going again and get in that flow. Thank you.
Well, at the conclusion of the Browns game yesterday, man. But just like I stated, I will be covering other stories. Appreciate all of the new subscribers on the channel that we have been garnering. We got another football video coming up. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys, like the new content. Click a like on this video and share the content, man. We trying to hit 100K. And until next time, dog, check the haters off. I'm out of here, baby. Peace out.